Guess where we are? We're in Gnomesville. We're on the way down to Boyup Brook and have stumbled across this little area that has thousands of gnomes all over the place. So it's been fun to check this out. As you can tell, it's late at night. We've headed up on a Thursday night after work. It's about 9 o'clock. We're gonna get there at about 10 o'clock. And we found this really cool little road on Google Maps that we're gonna drive down and see if we can set up camp. But why Boyup Brook? Well, at the moment in WA, every shire has extended its campfire ban by 4 weeks, whereas Boyup Brook is only done by 3 weeks, meaning there's this 1 week overlap where it is the only place in Western Australia where we have a campfire. So this video is all about campfires. We're going to be building fires, we're going to be cooking on them, and just having a great time. So hope you enjoy. What do you reckon, Joel? Sorry. Should we camp here?
I reckon we should sleep in the water.
Yeah, it's not a great spot to camp, is it? On to the next funny bridge. This place is called Jay's Bridge, and it just popped up on my maps as we're driving through Boyup Brook. So we've gone off-road to see if we can find a cool campsite by the bridge. We can smell smoke, which indicates that we are getting close to a campsite.
Or a bushfire.
Or a bushfire, yeah. We'll find out which and let you know. So the last place we were checking out at Jay's Bridge doesn't allow campfires. So we've come back and found the random little road that we were looking for. And we've got no idea what's down the end of this. It is 10:20 at night and we are tired, so we're looking for somewhere to camp. We're hoping this is it. Man, the sense of adventure. I really can't see anything around you though, isn't it? I'd say this is Scott's Brook. Not much in it, but 11:30 at night. You can't be choosy, can you? All right, we're done for tonight. Set up camp, time to get some sleep. Just had a pop in from one of the neighbours, Farmer Chris, and he was just coming by because last night he came through late and thought that it was a bushfire here because it'd been burning off given the start of the fire season. And yeah, he saw our orange lights and thought that it was a fire. So he did give us a few interesting tips here. He'd told us that where we are actually based at the moment is actually an old stock farm from the last 1800s. So it's just really by chance that we followed this road and found this cool spot. So yeah, and that's it. Farmer Chris said that there's 2 things farmers are worried about. It's rain and it's fire. So because Farmer Chris is a neighbour, he put this little fire pit here to try and encourage people to have fires in a safe spot. down. No, don't pull. Hang on. Give me a branch or something, I'm going further down. I'm actually below the waterline. Alright. You said this was. Can you like chuck me a big stick or like a big one?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Stinks.
Not as bad as you thought. Yeah.
That's alright.
Oh. Scott, what do you reckon? Should we cross it?
As you said originally, I think there's a chance we may
Sink in.
sink in. Now that we've got some sunlight, we've found a better spot, maybe 20 meters away. So we're just going to shift camp over that way. Camp is set up. We've decided to set up camp around Farmer Chris's stove pit here. We thought it's quite unique, may as well make the most of it. And we've also got a nice little shade here for the afternoon sun when that gets a bit higher, as well as a dartboard from Amy. Time to relax. I need a bullseye to beat you.
Oh, and it did not happen. Let's just zoom in on that. Give us a smile.
Joel and I are just sitting here playing some darts, and we've come up with an interesting new little rule scoring system where if you hit the bullseye, the other person has to run in their jocks and shoes to a tree all the way over there, which I'll show you, and back again. Or if you hit the 25, the little ring outside of the bullseye, you have to do that yourself. So you want to get the bullseye, but you don't want to miss. Fortunately, on Joel's first turn, he hit the 25 points. You got to go around the tree. Unfortunately, he has hit the 25. He's doing the undies run. So we're gonna cook, slow cook on that pot. What did we get? A leg of
Got a leg of lamb. Yep,
So we're
just in
gonna
that
run
pot.
in a big pot. And then we're also gonna cook some sausages on here for lunch. So the slow cooking will probably take like 8-9 hours. So we're getting started now. It's about midday, ready for a later dinner. Thank you, Farmer Chris, for this great contribution. And the first campfire for 2024 has been lit. Possibly the first one in the entire of Western Australia. So to be able to have this campfire, we had to obviously be in the right area, but on top of that, we've also had to get permission from 2 different fire wardens as well as the chief fire warden. So we've got their permission to be doing this, and obviously we're doing it in a relatively safe way, as safe as a fire can be. A few of the things that we had to do was run through our equipment list with the warden to make sure that we're well equipped to put out a fire should we need to. I've got the fire extinguisher there, obviously like the jerry can of water, a backup water source there. And the one thing that we didn't actually have that they asked us to bring was actually a shovel as well. They said that's one of the best ways to put out a fire if you need to. So certainly a good idea if you're thinking about it. For those who don't know Joel, he's actually a very good cook. So he's taken complete control of the cooking situation today. He loves a good charcoal barbecue, and I think this is pretty much as close as it gets. So, Joel, can you tell us what you're making us today?
Yeah, we've got just getting some lamb in on the pot. We also have, if you get in under here, come take a look. We also have a whole bunch of, whoop, that shouldn't be in there. We have a whole bunch of veggies, including some carrots, some potato and some onions. Also loaded up on some garlic for some extra flavor. So we've got this lamb in. It's not looking like it's going to fit at the moment, but it will eventually. So check in after a few hours.
Check out all this firewood. We're in absolutely no shortage. Just like that, the sausages and the hash browns are done. All right, it's been cooking for a while. It's now 4 p.m. Let's have a look at what it's looking like. Beautiful. A few more hours, hey? 4 p.m. Joel and I are a little bit tired after a big day of effort, so we're gonna have a little power nap for an hour. So we'll see you in an hour.
It's like burnt off all my hairs from my hand. It's so hot.
So hot. It's now 7 o'clock. We've had about 7 hours of slow cooking and the meal is finally ready. Delicious. Well, that was definitely a 10 out of 10. Joel, for the viewers at home, how would they go about recreating something to that level of quality?
Oh, to that level of quality.
Yep.
You want to make sure any recipe that says use 1 clove of garlic, use the whole head of garlic. I reckon that's the big tip.
We had tons of garlic in that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Make sure there's plenty of like liquid so that the meat braises really nicely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And just low and slow.
Yep.
Just keep it going for ages.
And you're turning it lots, hey?
I was turning it a lot just to make sure, because we've got the fire, you want to make sure that it doesn't burn on the bottom. And then cake on, which is a nightmare to clean when you don't have the cleaning facilities.
Or water.
Or water.
Yeah. All right, well, there you go. Tips from the expert. It's 8 o'clock, we're knackered, we're going to bed. See you in the morning. All that smoke that we saw on the night that we were driving in, we thought it was a campfire burning, but it was actually the farmers burning off their fields, which they do once every season to clear any disease and pest and leftovers. So Farmer Chris was telling us about how they were doing that the night that we arrived, and he came over to apologise because he thought he'd smoked us out, but he didn't realise we'd got in so late at night. So yeah, there you go. We've heard a rumour there's a place around here called Boyup Brook. We thought that might be where we were going to camp originally, but that was not the case. So we're now exploring all the little back roads around our campsite to see if we can find this place called Boyup Brook. The roads are getting smaller. That's how we know we're heading in the right direction. So we're coming up to the pool on the map, so let's see what we find. Oh, just... yeah. Never seen so many bees in a single spot on the edge of the water before. Must be their only source. How's this guy going for a swim? He's having a great time. You might not be able to see super clearly from this shot, but all the trees around here are scorched black, obviously from the last bushfire that would have happened here sometime recently, I suppose. So it shows you that the threat of bushfire is real. Like literally looking at all of these trees, you can see black marks against all of them. So it must have been pretty crazy at the time that was happening. Very scenic ride here, just hitching a ride on the top of the car to get some cool shots. Very much enjoying this relaxing morning. So we got a bit lost and accidentally ended up on someone's private property, and they thought we were trying to steal from them. So we're now being escorted off the property. She seems like a nice lady.
She does. She was so concerned.
Joe just kindly escorted us off her property. Thanks, Joe. What's it like being out here, living out here?
Look, I love it. At this present time, it's a little bit testing, but Mayunup is a great place to live. Wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
All right, thanks. We'll
No worries.
Thanks so much. See ya, Joe. Home sweet home. Found our way back to our remote bush setup. Now that we're back at camp, we're going to have our final campfire. We're heading out this afternoon, so we're just going to make the most of having the campfire available. Going to roast some marshmallows, try some s'mores, make a cocktail drink that has a toasted marshmallow in it, and also, just have a good time. But now we're going to try a different fire building technique where it's called the upside down fire, where you put the big logs on the bottom and gradually build it up with smaller and smaller stuff. And the idea is that the embers from the small stuff just start falling down onto the bigger stuff, which eventually catches fire. So let's give it a shot. All right, so I'm putting the big one in first. Nice big flat surface to build the fire on. Just fits in. Some more nice flat pieces that are still relatively big. And now, because I'm a bit stretched for space, I'm going to start using the chimney to put in the small stuff. Now the fire lighter. The moment of truth. Gonna cook all of that up, wait for some hot embers, and then we can do some more cooking on it.
So we can see that the upside down fire does actually really work. The main, it's a marshmallow. As I was saying, we can see that the upside down fire technique does really work, and one of the main benefits of it is you don't have to add more fuel to it as you go, so it just kind of self cooks, and you know, it's very good for just a very low effort fire. So there you have it. I saw someone online talk about how good it is to roast marshmallows and chuck it in a glass of whiskey, so I thought I would give that a shot. Let it settle for a bit of flavour. Somehow tastes exactly the same. But the marshmallow tastes better.
Okay, so right now Scotty is just about to go off and try to make some s'mores. So we're gonna join him on that journey. Stay tuned. All right, Scotty, what are we doing?
So we've got a little bit of chocolate, we've got some marshmallows, and we've got some gluten-free cookies, and we're going to put it all together to make some s'mores.
All right, don't need to rub in the gluten-free part, but that's fine.
Sorry.
So Scotty, are any of these brands sponsoring you at the moment?
Still waiting for our sponsorship, so
if
you represent a large company capable of sponsoring a video like this, we would love to hear from you.
Fantastic.
Putting the first layer in. I chose the Lindt chocolate just because it was nice and flat, so I thought that would lend itself to this nicely. I'm thinking, you give it a bit of a slow roast under heat. And we saw earlier where we were doing the upside down fire, how the loose material on top of the stove actually caught alight, so it's really hot on top of that stove, so I think that might be all we need. Alright, here we have it, Campfire S'mores. Yum. They're good. 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Now that we've got plenty of energy in us from those delicious s'mores, we're going to be doing a bit of trick shot darts. While Joel's making a few impossible shots at that dartboard from an extreme distance, I thought I'd just offer a few. What the heck? What just happened?
Just got it.
Wow, you have landed a 4.
Excellent.
From all the way back there on your first attempt.
Yep.
It's really got in the way of my cooking notes. Been cooking a few of those s'mores, and a few things that I think really helped was pre-roasting the marshmallows, so I'd encourage you to do that just so they get nice and gooey. And also we used some sea salt caramel, and that really kind of gave it a nice burnt caramel flavour, so I'd encourage you to do that. As you can see, it's not as easy as Joel made it look on his first turn, so now it's my turn.
Are you joking me?
So we hit the 8, that was pretty close to the bullseye. We're now shooting from 12 metres away. We're trying to hit the target from 12 metres away.
Got it.
Oh, what? He scored a 1. Joel has just scored 1 point from 12 metres away. So now I need to beat the 1.
On target. On target.
Oh!
I think you got it.
I have now hit the 1s. You're not going to believe it, guys. Joel actually won that. He hit a 4, but because it's so hot out here, the camera actually overheated it and turned off. So the camera's just been in the fridge for a little bit to cool down. As Farmer Joe alluded to, it has been quite hot lately. So we decided that it's time to pack up camp and skedaddle out of here. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. So as Fire Warden Wade said, one of the things that he really is big on is making sure that you properly put your fire out at the end of the trip. So we're just pouring all of our extra 20 litres of water onto the fire to make sure it's properly extinguished. And then also Fire Warden Wade said pick up the spade, make sure you bury that. Their pet peeve is getting to campsites and finding that there's still hot coals after people have well and truly left. As we know from Farmer Joe, it has been hot lately and it does have a real impact on the locals here, so we want to be respectful of the land that they're surrounding them. And as we know from Farmer Chris, that this is right next to his property, and he said in the last X amount of period they've had 6 mils of rain instead of the usual expected 30 mils, so everything is well and truly hot and dry out here, so we're going to make sure we put that fire out. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd encourage you to subscribe, but just to set your expectations, Joel isn't usually in these videos. He is occasionally in videos such as the one from Avon Valley about 6 months ago, so just so you know, that's not always happening, but there's always an adventure to be had. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.